I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
We should have the lowest interest rate anywhere in the world. They should be 2 points and even 3 points lower.
And now President Trump has nominated a replacement for Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell, Kevin Warsh, a former Fed governor and current Stanford University business professor who last year called for regime change at the Fed. The president is posting on Truth Social, Warsh will never let you down.
Kevin Warsh is somebody that the president has known for several years. He served in a economic advisory capacity during his first term. He's now been nominated by the president to succeed Jerome Powell when his term ends in May. We all know the back and forth there, some of the frustration the president has had with Powell when it comes to interest rates.
Fox's Alexandria Hoff at the White House. The president is also suing one of his own government agencies, filing a $10 billion lawsuit against the IRS over leaks of his tax records that were made public. In the anger and protests over immigration enforcement in Minnesota, there is a call for people across America to ice out today. Let's get work, school, don't shop. Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem tells Fox Democratic leaders should
change their rhetoric because it is encouraging the kind of violence that we see on their streets today.
Democrats in Congress are demanding ICE reforms, and as Fox's Bill Malugin reports from the Capitol, that could shut the government down again.
Here's what's at stake here. 78% of the federal government is going to run out of funding tonight at 11:59 p.m. The Senate is considering a package of 6 funding bills to fix that, including that DHS funding bill. But both House and Senate Democrats say they will not vote for that bill because it funds ICE and doesn't reform the agency.
Well, there's a compromise being worked out to fund everything but DHS through September and give Homeland Security just 2 weeks of funding, but that's unlikely to be approved before tonight's deadline. Israel's going to reopen a border crossing between Gaza and Egypt, closed for almost 2 years, days after recovering the last dead hostage Hamas captured in the terror attack in 2023. America's listening to Fox News.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Pizza's here.
Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
An invitation to Russia from Ukraine.
Volodymyr Zelensky with a public invitation to Russian President Vladimir Putin. Meet me in my capital for peace talks. Ukrainian President Zelensky says final agreements on a plan to end the war can only be reached at a leaders' meeting. This as negotiators from Ukraine, Russia and the United States prepare to meet again this weekend. President Trump, meanwhile, says his Russian counterpart has agreed not to fire at Ukraine's main cities for a week. Hundreds of apartments in Kyiv and elsewhere have been left without power during extremely cold temperatures. Jonathan Savage, Fox News.
Speaking of the president, he's putting a tighter squeeze on Cuba.
President Trump has signed an executive order that would impose a tariff on any goods from countries that sell or provide oil to Cuba. It's a move that puts pressure on Mexico to distance itself from the communist island, already under strict economic sanctions from the U.S. Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum says her government had temporarily stopped oil shipments to Cuba, while adding it was a sovereign decision not made under pressure from the White House. In the wake of this ouster of former Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro, Trump has said the Cuban government is ready to fall. Tom Rigotti, Fox News.
On Wall Street, stock futures are falling in today's trading. Days before the Winter Olympics start in Italy, an American skier making a comeback. Lindsey Vonn, who won gold in 2010, is injured.
She crashed today in her final race ahead of the Olympics and injured her left knee. After treatment on the course, Vonn slowly skied to the finish line and then limped to a tent where she got medical attention and then was airlifted from the course. Her participation in the coming Olympics now in question as she is scheduled for her first race February 8th. Vonn had retired from the sport for nearly 6 years before she began to come back competing with a partial titanium implant in her knee.
That's Jared Max. I'm Dave Anthony, and this is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news.
Sean Grayson, the former Sangamon County deputy convicted of second-degree murder Thursday. In October last year, a Peoria County jury made up of 9 women, 3 men found him guilty of the shooting death of Sonia Massey. Grayson sentenced to 20 years with 2 years mandatory supervised release. As Central Illinois communities consider allowing data centers to be built, residents concerned about long-term impacts. Unit of Concerned Scientists study found that data centers have high demand for electricity, which can have a negative impact on public health as well as the environment. New work requirements for the SNAP program go into effect February 1, threatening benefits for hundreds of thousands of Illinoisans. Adults age 18 to 64 without dependents under age 14 required to work, participate in SNAP employment and training programs, or volunteer for at least 80 hours per month to receive those benefits. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Yeah, it's kind of wearing on us. It's 4 degrees above zero, and we've had this for a while. It is January, but it almost was February, Greg.
Right.
Almost is February.
There you go. Right in the correct direction to be moving, sir.
Yeah, well, we...
Yeah, I was telling Stevie, I'm kind of over this.
Yeah, it's been fun. Really been fun.
The novelty has worn off a few weeks ago for me, yeah.
Too darn cold. But I think when we touch 30 next week, I think that's going to feel like 45. I think it's
that will be a milestone.
Yeah.
And, I think it's going to be a busy February around here, but, hopefully nothing long-lasting in either winter, I think it will, or the real Arctic here. I think we'll be winding that down a little bit. But, it's going to be, March in 28 days from now.
I know. That's right. That's it. And the days are getting longer, so here we go. We have made it through the December, January. Now we're at the top of the roller coaster. We're going to head down now.
That's
baby.
right.
Here we go. Well, it was one of those games that you did a little body English, and you're going,
oh, my goodness.
Illinois grinds it out and beats a darn good Washington team, which kind of shoved us around. I mean, Keaton Wagler kind of gave a little forearm. He got 10 fouls. Probably could have been 15. They were roughing him up. Roughing up the kid, how he handles it.
For sure.
And the kid handled it. Because
he did.
We had an ugly scrimmage that nobody saw against Florida that Brad said was very ugly.
Mm-hmm.
And it was very physical, very ugly. It was a practice game early on. And he said Keaton held his own. Yeah. And he said then he knew this kid might be the real deal. Well, he's a real deal. The NBA mock draft had him picked 6th now.
Wow.
I mean, this is getting to be off the charts here. And then I said, okay, he's 18. The world, everybody's the best player. He played great last night.
Yeah, he did.
He was the guy. Without him, again, we're down big early.
Yeah.
We didn't score a basket the first 5 minutes of the basketball game.
Oh, my goodness.
Till he drained a 32-footer.
I couldn't believe it.
He is, wow.
And then it was him and David Mirkovic that was the only scores. They each had 8 in the first 16 points.
Both freshmen.
Yeah.
So here's what I'd say. Keegan, Mr. Wagler, Keaton, you're good. You're going. We understand that. But everybody else in my team should come back.
Yes.
I mean, I'm sorry.
We can develop you.
Wait a minute.
Know everything.
What are you going to do? Go play in Europe? Oh, you already did that.
Right.
This team they might as well get the NIL and stay another year. Because
wouldn't that be great?
I don't think Stojakovic is going to get drafted. I don't know if Davi is going to get drafted. I think next year they could, both of them.
Yeah, let's just stick with what we got.
Let's just go ahead and plan on our
Everybody sign right here.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and plan that if that's okay with you guys.
And then, if you got your degree, imagine your future when you age out in life.
Yeah, I don't think
and you're totally empowered to face the world.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
I love my classes.
They should throw in the educational tool because U of I is awesome.
Yeah, well, it is, but that's not the reason they're here. Let's check your weather, brought to you by the Urbana Park District.
Reminding you the job fair is coming, so if you're eyeing some fun summer gigs with summer camps, also that sign up is coming in February. You can explore your options at urbanaparks.org.
All right, sir, waiting to hear what you say for early February, which begins Sunday.
Yeah, kind of a gradual moderating trend in temperatures. Best way to label it. No big warm up, but at least we'll inch our way back to more seasonal norms and then kind of flutter our way back and forth from a little above to a little below. And this wide range of temperatures will be shaping up across the country with probably some record and near record setting warmth over the western states. These still prods of Arctic air moving through the northern reaches of the country, helping to fuel a pretty good, really a couple of nor'easters making their way up the eastern seaboard over the next few days. And so that battleground is going to remain in position, and systems like to ride along that temperature differential, if you will, even in wintertime. And so we think a little more busyness here on the maps and charts and a little more fluctuation, at least it'll keep kind of the winter weather doldrums a little more interesting going forward into the month of February. But in the meantime, cold morning out there, 0 at Willard and Savoy, 2 over at Rantoul, 4 below at Danville, 5 below up at the Kankakee, and right around the 0 mark as you get out around McLean County, 1 below at Bloomington Normal. Up to 15 today, partly sunny skies, maybe a snow shower, a couple of flurries this afternoon. That will be the southern extent of what will be for a change, really a pure lake effect with winter storm watches and warnings in effect from Lake County, Illinois into Lake County, Indiana along that western shoreline. So keep an eye on that if you're going to be traveling on north of the Kankakee at some point later on today and this evening. Overnight lows for tonight, back down bitter cold, but not as harsh as recent nights, down to around 1 below with a few snow flurries. Tomorrow, fairly cloudy skies at 18, couple of snow flurries, partly sunny and 22 Sunday, into the mid-20s on Monday, and up to 31 on Tuesday. Both those days, maybe a snow shower flurry coming along, nothing more than that. We're quiet Wednesday, Thursday with upper 20s, and maybe a chance for a little light snow late next week on Friday, with, again, daytime temperatures just a little shy of normal into the upper 20s. For CVT Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Soldier.
I think had that game last night been scheduled for Tuesday, I don't believe we'd have won.
Yeah.
Because we needed those extra days from the Purdue game. It was just a euphoric, nonstop media requests for all of the star players for Illinois, but I know that Keaton took at least the Big Ten Network, and Brad was all over the place.
Yeah.
And if you're in major markets and national stuff, you want to do that.
Heck yeah.
Because you're the man, and you got to get the exposure. It's just great because they don't ask all the time. Anyway, it was the grind and probably a little flat, but we won.
Now at Nebraska,
Yeah, so
3 o'clock on Sunday on FS1.
Featured national game of the day, so it is good. I'm sure Nebraska's a few point favorites. It hasn't been set yet.
I haven't looked.
I don't think it's available yet.
Okay, gotcha.
But I would guess Nebraska at home. They beat Michigan State there. I mean, they beat us here. So this is getting funner each week.
But yeah, I was very concerned in the beginning. But of course, I guess we kind of called it the trap game. There were people,
it's just
5 different media outlets saying, "On the trap game."
Well, listen, it is simply human nature. You do the Super Bowl parade, you're probably down the next day and tired.
For me, 3 days.
It just was an enormous program victory and a national and international coming out party for Keaton Wagler. So, and the kid recovered and was the best player for me last night. Yeah. Maybe Ben Humrickhouse. Was better. Wow.
Yeah.
Was that big, and we needed him.
Especially clutch at the end there.
He had been, the poor fella had gone 2 for 30. I mean, he'd missed a lot of shots over. But he's now made at least 2 in the last 3 games, and maybe 2 in the last. He's making shots, and last night he made 4. He made 4 out of 6 from 3.
He had 14.
Really, really a big game. And it's just good to get it because, again, those are the games, you're expected to win. You're 13.5-point favorites. With about 30 seconds left, the bettors were screaming because Illinois went up 14. So if you'd bet on Illinois, you'd have covered the 13.5. Oh, they scored another basket, so they didn't cover. It's just one of those, right? I don't know. Anybody have any idea how that works?
I don't
They're so
know.
Close. Ben Humrickhouse, woo, love it. He's a fantastic human being. He got married a month or so ago.
That's right.
To the star Illinois women's player from last year.
Yeah.
I'm so happy for Ben Humrickhouse, and so was Coach.
Ben, you guys have put yourself in position to play big games for the Big Ten race down the stretch. I know you got game by game, but what is the key to game by game bringing it so you remain in that race as you go forward?
Yeah, as we've continued, we've set a standard for the way that we're going to play. Defensively, just using our length and our physicality to, just be solid. Do what we do on that end. But then offensively, being able to share the ball, be efficient. That's the standard for what we do, rebound the basketball. And so as we continue to go into every night, we know the standard for how we're going to play, and that's the level that we want to play to every night. And so that's the goal, is that we would just play to the standard.
I love that. Play to the standard.
Yeah.
But Ben, you made 4 out of 6 from 3.
First of all the glory to God, just for I'm finding freedom in the way that I shoot the basketball, and so first of all, I give Him all the glory for that. Some of it's just continuing to go at what I believe. I'm a good shooter. I've proven that over time, and so seeing them go through feels awesome. But just continuing to focus on the things that matter in basketball: the winning plays, rebounding, playing defense, being a great teammate, and then shooting follows.
He never makes a scouting report mistake. Very seldom. And you realize we had him guarding Diallo, their point guard.
Listen to this. He was guarding a point guard. Yeah. Ben's 6 foot, 9, 10?
Yeah.
He's guarding the point guard, but how was he last year, Coach?
Very honest, last year, I'm not sure Ben could guard a dead man.
Thanks a lot.
And then Brad had to bring Tom Izzo's mom into the discussion.
And probably would give up 20 to Izzo's mom last year. This year, he's guarding everybody and just doesn't make mistakes. So I'm Tom, don't get pissed and call me tonight when you see this. But
no,
I hear she's a hell of a player.
No, I bet she is. I bet Tom Izzo's mom can go left and right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ben's phenomenal, and like I said, he does everything that he's supposed to do, and talks, communicates, accepted his role, and then, I've said it for 2 years. He's a really, really good shooter.
I'm telling you, that was a real let me see how everybody plays night last night.
Yeah,
and we did it. Okay, we're down 8-0. I wasn't surprised.
Yeah.
You just, it's hard to recover. And then Keaton made about a 32-footer. Way out there. 8-3, 7-3, whatever, 7-0.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It was way out there.
And he played great. 22 points. Was it 8 assists? 5 rebounds, something like that?
Right.
Wow. And he was totally, here, let's see how you handle the physicality, kid. Forearm. They really showed. And he was a 160-pound guy at 6'6", and now he's 180. But he showed a great level of toughness. No complaining, shoved around, no call, whatever. Let's play. That's the game tonight. Let's go.
That's right.
So, all right. So,
oh my goodness, Nebraska.
Yeah. Okay, that's coming up next.
Yes, Sunday at 3.
Yeah. Again, good job getting through this one. We have a few tidbits of trivia regarding this team and the 10-game win streak and the wins in the Big Ten and all these.
4-way tie now then.
Yeah, 9-1.
Michigan State and Nebraska.
Yep, we have a 4-way tie at 9-1 at the top of the conference. How about that? All right, weather this morning brought to you by Carl.
Reminding you, life is unexpected when it comes to your health. Carl will be there every step of the way. Everything from convenient care to advanced diagnostics. Learn more at carl.org.
Look at everyone. Let's check weather. For East Central Illinois, Champaign-Urbana this Saturday. Another bitter, biting, bone-chilling, nose-numbing, toe-tingling, cold morning out there. Even more so off east of the Illinois-Indiana line. Some moderation of temperatures expected, but that increases snowfall prospects by mid next week. Speaking of which, a couple of snow flurries around later on this afternoon. Partly sunny skies. Bitter cold start later on to about 15 on a bit of a northwesterly breeze. Bitter cold tonight. Considerable cloudiness. A few snow flurries around early and again after midnight. Down to about 4 below. We go tomorrow. Another bitter cold start. Partly sunny. Get a snow shower. A couple of flurries in spots morning and late afternoon. The high around 14. We'll settle back to just a bit below 0 for tomorrow night. Saturday, bitter cold early on. Variably cloudy skies and 18 up to 21 on Sunday. Maybe a snow shower in spots early and into a couple of snow showers as well. Sunday night into Monday. Monday high temperatures up to 25. There you go. 27 and a partly sunny Tuesday. Heading towards the upper 20s and low 30s for Wednesday. Some snow chances there. Quiet weather. They'll round out late next week, Thursday and Friday. For CVJ Broadcasting, I'm biologist Greg Solgay.
Since we opened our doors in 1868, Busey has fostered deep customer relationships and vibrant communities, embodying a legacy of partnership and progress. With multiple lines of business, we provide a range of financial solutions tailored to your needs. From digital banking to planning for retirement, Busey is here to help you achieve your financial goals. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Member FDIC.
Yeah, new Fed chair announced by the president, former board of governors on the Fed.
Yeah, Kevin Walsh.
Yeah, talk a little about that here coming up. 820 in New York.
I'm Charles Payne, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Kevin Warsh, a former Fed governor, is President Trump's choice to succeed Fed Chair Jerome Powell. Powell's term ends in mid-May. Warsh, who is 55, worked behind the scenes at the Fed to stabilize the economy in the 2008-9 financial crisis. Warsh has advocated for faster interest rate cuts and has been critical of current Fed policy. American Express says card member spending increased 9% in the holiday quarter. Amex is boosting its dividend. Verizon also reported a better than expected quarter. Adidas shares are higher. Sales rose in the recent quarter, and Adidas will be buying back stock. Lower crude oil prices cut into profits for Chevron and ExxonMobil. Both companies reported their smallest annual profit in 5 years. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jenny Cosola. Invested in you.
From around the world,
Trey Yingst joining us from Tel Aviv, Israel.
To Washington,
I'm Mike Emanuel.
To your own backyard. If the story impacts you or your wallet, we're on it. It's the Fox News Rundown. We give every story the deeper look it deserves with must-listen interviews and smart analysis from the voices you can trust. Start your day with the Fox News Rundown. Listen and follow now at foxnewsrundown.com or wherever you get your favorite podcasts.
You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
Let your local Farmers Insurance agent Michael Rumsey put his experience to work for you. Michael Rumsey proudly serves Champaign County families and businesses and is ready to review your existing policies or provide a no-obligation quote today. Call Michael Rumsey at 217-363-3030 to get smarter about your insurance. Again, that's Michael Rumsey at 217-363-3030. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
Sarah Champagne managing partner Ben Quattrone on why integrity is important at Sarah.
We hire the person. The person makes the deal. The person makes the department. The person makes everyone around them treat people with courtesy and respect. If you have a quality human being, you can play any position, right? We're talking about sports. They can perform in any department, and I could teach someone a job, but I can't teach them to be a good person.
Learn more at sarahchampagne.com. That's SERRA champagne.com.
PDR Automotive in Urbana has been providing quality auto repair service for almost 50 years. Trusted by AAA Motor Club, PDR employs ASE certified technicians that use the latest in diagnostic equipment. They offer nationwide warranties and are even authorized to perform vehicle maintenance that won't void your factory warranty. Check them out 24/7 online at pdrauto.com. When you turn the key and the car won't run, call 367-9481. They are what's best for your truck or car. They are PDR.
All right, it's 7:24. We'll call Brother Johnny down in New Orleans. That will be in the next 10 minutes. We'll find out what's going on. John Decker starts his mornings at 4 a.m. to work out. Our great television, who now has seen on WAND in Decatur.
Yeah.
Because Great Television bought them. Anyway, he was 4 a.m. working out. He was at the cabinet meeting for 2.5 hours holding the boom microphone that weighs 8 or 10 pounds.
So he needs to keep working out.
Then he was at the Kennedy Center last night for
that's right.
Melania.
Uh-huh.
And he was sequestered. The media could not see the movie.
Oh.
But he was there, and he was... Donald Trump calls him in every time now.
Right.
He took, I think, 4 questions at the grand opening, the movie premiere.
Right.
Melania smiled right at John Decker's iPhone. She's quite pretty.
I know that.
He's
and that's
striking.
a big factor in the movie is, a lot of us haven't, to me, seen this kind of stylish icon since Jackie O days.
Jackie Kennedy.
Man.
Probably, yeah. Yeah, but so it's, I'll show this on the camera for those viewing.
Okay, that's Stevie JAY FM on X in case you'd like to follow and watch the show.
Of course,
Stevie
I can't.
and I
How come
always-
I can zoom in sometimes on my iPhone?
Yeah, you just have to tap it,
I
and
did.
then you can
Tapped
do
it.
that.
Okay, there it is. Okay. So it's looking right at John's camera.
Aw, yep, she is.
And the president was speaking, and where's the camera? There it is.
So there she is. So pretty. The perspective of John Decker.
So I said, and I text him.
Moana,
I said,
the movie opening up this weekend for everybody else.
I said, you see the movie No Sir, They Kept Us in a Holding Room? You can see Melania Likes Me Too. I said, who gets tired first, Donald Trump or John Decker? He said, that's a contest.
Okay.
But the president's next time going to be 80.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Right.
I go out and shake some hands and maybe do a little microphone work, and I got to rest.
I'm right there with you, Steve.
How does he do this? All right, David Merkovich, what a freshman.
David, seemed like Steinbach and the Washington defense was really physical tonight. What allowed you to be so successful against that physical defense?
I mean, as we said before, a lot of times we have a team that has a lot of great offensive players that all can shoot, and that allowed me to have spacing to attack, to get to my spots, to get a lot of open threes today, and just I'm thankful for my teammates for bringing me those passes and the spacing, and that's it.
David Merkovich is a very, very good basketball player.
Yeah.
Freshman, and then Keaton Wagler. What do we have left? Home game 6?
I don't
What's the
have
count on how many home games is that?
I want to say it is 6 because
you have 6 chances to see Keaton Wagler at Illinois. That's it, unless you drive to a road game.
Right. And
I mean,
we have people texting in, that's for sure. Illini 359-2255 to try to win from Parlor Donuts and Jets Pizza. So I was at Pia's yesterday, and that fan shuttle is very popular, especially when the winter's
Loaded
weather.
up, was it?
Oh, yeah. And so February 4th, Wednesday at 8, Northwestern.
Okay.
February 10th, Tuesday at 7, Wisconsin.
Okay, that's Jake Davis hair night.
Okay.
They're handing out the wigs.
Sounds great.
So you got to have a Jake Davis wig. Kind of like a Lovie Smith beard.
That's right.
Yeah, same thing.
February 15th, Sunday at noon against Indiana. February 27th, Friday at 7, Michigan. Last game of the season, March 3rd,
Wow.
Tuesday at 8, Oregon.
So what was that, 5 or 6?
6.
You got 6 shots to see a really special player that has shocked everybody.
It's 5. I was counting the Washington game yesterday.
5 chances to see Keaton Wagler. Unbelievable. I expected the young man to be a little flat, a little off. No. But you know what he does, and he says it every time. I let the game come to me. There are times out there that a whole bunch of 99% of freshmen would have chucked a few because he's hot. He just didn't do it. 8 assists along with 22 points to lead the team again after a 46-point performance. Has he ever heard of a letdown? And they shoved him around. Anyways, I'm impressed, super impressed.
For sure.
So Brad Underwood said that he knew he had something after that Florida scrimmage that was just for scrimmage. It wasn't on TV, and very few saw the game, how rough it was, how pushing around, that he held his own. And a lot of times the freshmen just kind of, I mean, you do. It's just, well, where am I? This isn't high school.
I know it.
But he's so poised. He just, golly, we'd make $1 billion if he could figure out who handles the stress better than others.
Right.
Who shows up when it's really pressure. When the lights go on, the popcorn is pop, who can make a shot?
That's right.
You just don't know that.
You just don't know.
You're just never going to know when they get at that level. Brandon said normally freshmen come in and they don't make a shot all summer. It's too fast. Oh, it's too rough. Oh, they shoved me. That's a foul. And he did.
Welcome to college.
So, I mean, when Kylan Boswell, and I sloughed it off when he said, this guy is really good.
Yeah.
And he was emphasizing, and Kylan's pretty calm. And this is all without Kylan Boswell, by the way. So he said, no, he's really good. And we're going, oh, it's a freshman. That's so sweet to support him.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
He started the
Look
whole
what he saw.
Oh, man. Anyway, saw 5 chances to see Keaton Wagler.
Northwestern over Penn State 94-73 yesterday. Miami beat the Bulls 116-113. Io led the Chicago Bulls with 23 points.
Coming a real pro. Io DeSumo, boy, he was something.
The women will be in action on Sunday also at Washington with a 5 o'clock tip.
Long trip.
Taking note of that, these games on Sunday.
All right, 7:30, Brother Johnny next.
Jesse with Lands Drain Cleaning and Underground Solutions. Hey, do you have sewer blockages, problems? Are your toilets gurgling? Why deal with the headache? Call Lands Drain Cleaning and Underground Solutions today. We can come out and clean your line, camera it, show you what the problem is, and then we have an expert underground team that can make those repairs. 217-355-5512. We are here for you when you need us. Lands Drain Cleaning and Underground Solutions. Why call anyone else?
Fox News, I'm CJ Papa. President Trump chooses a new leader for the central bank.
He posted this on Truth Social. I'm pleased to announce I've nominated Kevin Warsh to be chairman of the Board of Governors for the Federal Reserve System. He then also says, I've known Kevin for a long period of time and have no doubt he will go down as one of the great Fed chairmen, maybe the best. On top of everything else, he is central casting, and he will never let you down.
Fox's Alexandra Hoff at the White House. Jerome Powell's term as Fed chair ends May 15th. Democrats, Republicans at odds in the Senate over money for ICE and the latest spending plan. South Dakota Republican Senator Mike Rounds earlier on Fox.
Well, we're going to have a shutdown. I think that's pretty clear. And the reason is just the logistics of working our way to get the House back in time.
And partial government shutdown will begin at midnight. America's listening to Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Sean Grayson, the former Sangamon County deputy convicted of second-degree murder Thursday. A Peoria County jury made up of 9 women, 3 men, found him guilty of shooting Massey inside her Springfield home in July of 2024. Massey sentenced to 20 years with 2 years supervised release. Urbana police responding to multiple calls reporting a shooting in the 1600 block of East Colorado Avenue. They found a 54-year-old man suffering from a gunshot wound to the neck. The victim alert, responsive, able to provide officers with information regarding the incident. The victim transported to a local hospital. An Illinois House Democrat has filed a bill to tackle medical misinformation in the state. Legislation would give more authority to the state's public health department and community leaders. Plan calls for public health literacy grants to help community-based organizations, schools, and libraries establish health literacy programs. And that's what's happening. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Joe Miller.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for Central Illinois. Champaign, Urbana, Vicinity. Another cold start to the day, but a slow and gradual return to more seasonal temperatures expected. That by mid next week. In the meantime, another bitter cold start. Partly sunny skies. A couple of snow flurries around later this afternoon and evening time. Highs only to 15 on a northwest breeze. Bitter cold tonight, down to 4 below. A few snow flurries around early, and again after midnight. Light north wind. Tomorrow, partly sunny, up to 14. Bitter cold early in the day, with again a couple of snow showers or flurries in the morning, and back in later in the afternoon. Down to about 2 below for tomorrow night. Weekend forecast, a bitter cold start to Saturday. Variably cloudy skies at 18, up to 21 on Sunday. Maybe a snow shower in spots early in the day. Another cold Monday, but not as bad as recent days, up to 25, with maybe a snow shower threat early in the day as well. Partly sunny, 27 for the day on Tuesday. A little light snow system may skirt the area Wednesday with a high to about 31, upper 20s and lower 30s next Thursday. And Friday, more seasonal across the area. For CVJ Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Soldier.
All right, 7:34. It is Friday. It is the 30th. We're headed toward February on Sunday.
That's right. Let's go.
Let's go into February, short month, and then days longer, and then we're breaking out to 30-ish next week. How about that? Better than it is. 0 at Willard now in downtown Philo. I show 4 above.
Very good Washington team tonight, and a very, very challenging start to the game. It was a really solid job defensively in the first half. I thought we were pretty focused on that point. I thought Cam did a great job of having our guys on point and doing a nice job there. But a night, again, you've heard me say it a million times, when the ball doesn't really go in, early. I think we were one of our first 9 maybe. Just keep throwing body blows and keep trying to get great shots. And I thought Merck was huge in the first half, creating some advantages. And then we could never really pull away. Ben was absolutely huge. I think we've got a couple of the greatest role players in college basketball, in Jake and Ben. They just do their job. And Jake created tremendous advantages. He didn't have one of his, electric shooting nights, but guess what? Ben did.
Well, we win. We win. Johnny's not in New Orleans. Brother Johnny, how are you?
Good. What's happening, Stevie? What a game. That's exactly what I would have said, which is, good watching team. That's what I'd have said,
Yeah.
too.
Hey, listen, they roughed us up. They were just forearm shivering Keaton Wagler all game, and he handled it, and it was a push and shove kind of thing. They were big. They were long. That kid, Hans somebody, Schambach or whatever, he's good. Man, that guy's a double-double
Well,
machine.
I think if they're going to play us to where we can't shoot threes, we need to do something else, because the middle was wide open, and we did drive it, but they kind of forced it into Wagler's hand too much to start, leaving the other guys out, and so it's a real good way to play us. So we'll probably come up with some other ways to approach that.
Well, the teams are trying to figure us out. Top of the scouting chart's going to be Keaton Wagler, and I thought he played sensational coming off that performance against Purdue. I thought he'd be a little more let down. Wow.
He was good.
Yeah,
he was good,
man.
but he had to do too much, and boy, that's when you realize, hey, how's your wrist doing? Boswell, how are you feeling?
Yeah.
Because we have two guys that can take that defensive strategy on, then that helps a lot. But I thought it was a good game. They played hard, and I was surprised how, as Coach said, we just could not pull away from them.
No, they were hitting all. In the beginning of the second half was like, I think they made their first 10. It felt like they made their first 10. Washington was hanging in there.
Yeah.
Just too nervous and too close and all of that. We were 13.5-point favorites and darn near covered it, but we did not. We win the game, and that's what we wanted. And now off to Nebraska. It's prime time Sunday afternoon at 3 at Nebraska, who got beat by Michigan their last game. So again, kind of like Purdue, we expect Nebraska to be pretty good shape for Sunday.
Mm-hmm. No, I tell you though, it's they're tough. They're legit. So we'll be ready to put our Sunday game face on and go get them.
Yep,
and we owe them one now.
Now we do.
Got to get those.
Yeah,
guys.
we do. So anyway, fun to watch. Illinois. Now let's just to kind of recap here. That is the 90th Big Ten basketball win since the 2019-2020 season. 90th. That is number one in the Big Ten in the last 7 years. Number one.
No, I knew we were really doing well in the Big Ten over this season.
Oh, my goodness.
Brad's been amazing. So.
Unbelievable to have the number one most wins in the Big Ten since 2019-2020 is stunning. We went undefeated in January at home for the first time since Darren Williams and Dee Brown.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
no, that's great. That's to these guys. They're in that category of team. They're different team, but they're just that good, I think, and gets work to get better. And like you say, it was after that big Purdue game, and I think the other problem with the game was everybody kind of was looking for a waltz to victory.
Yeah, right.
Or hoping. Let's just say hoping. And of course, it's just not going to be that way. These teams are good, and you got to be ready every single game. So.
Well, and then this is also Illinois is 18-3. The team's best 21 game start since.
Well, 2005.
Yeah,
probably.
I would have said we were 19-2. Open 19-2 and. We were better than 19-2 and 05-06. I thought it was 2019.
We were undefeated, 29-0.
Yeah, 29-0. So this is
and
a
they cheated
typo.
up there in Ohio State. I'm always going to call fraud or something on something because I'm not a very good sport like Bob Knight. But yeah, that was Ohio State Sunday morning, 11 a.m.
Yeah, right. Anyway, this is pretty awesome to have won 10 in a row. It's the longest winning streak for Brad Underwood here. So anyway, good news. I can't believe Brad Underwood's been here 9 years. That's really something else. Yeah. Anyway, off to Nebraska. We'll see what happens. Well, it looks like we're still going to have a government shutdown. 78% of the government apparently will be shut down by midnight tonight. How it affects you, again, depends on what you do. But apparently they were trying to say, okay, we got to strip out the Department of Homeland Security because we got to defund ICE. We got to revamp ICE. And some Republicans, I guess, went on that side. I'm not sure why. So the last I heard is Chuck Schumer and President Trump had agreed, give us a 2-week extension to keep talking about Homeland Security, and then we can open the government, keep it open for 2 more weeks on that point. But now this morning they're saying probably won't get done. We should be shut. 78% of the government shut by midnight. It doesn't sound good.
I think for Saturday and Sunday. So I don't think they canceled the deal. They just went home. Well, and by the time you wake up and say, "Man, we're shut down," they're not shut down anymore.
There's so many idiosyncrasies I don't understand. The House isn't even in town anymore. So
that's why it's shut down. It's got to procedurally go back to the House, and they left. So that's why there's a shutdown. I don't know if they have time to affect anybody because
Weekend,
it's only going to be till Monday.
Okay, all right. And then Monday, presumably, they'll move forward for 2 weeks. But again, politically, don't they just want to hammer ICE?
I don't know what they're doing. They're pulling back a little bit on the sweeping enforcement just because it's just not worth. If everybody's going to go show up with guns, then okay, we'll change a little strategy because we don't want to start a civil war. But they've agreed in Minneapolis to cooperate on the actual criminals that have been arrested and are awaiting trial of illegal aliens. They didn't want to. They projected our privileges as Americans, our American citizens, onto the illegals. They consider no border. Everybody's an American. Well, number one, that's ridiculous, and number two, it's not even doable. We can't manage a nation and afford privileges and support for everyone in the world. And so they've been calling them fascists and Nazis because they're arresting citizens and terrorizing the citizens. Well, they're not the citizens. It's the people you left in, and within that group, there's people that are really doing us harm. And so we were trying to fix it. And they have not cooperated, and so we've had this really tough time. And so I think they're rethinking that a little bit, and so are the cities. They're saying, okay, okay, if they really are criminals, maybe we should let you have them because they haven't been doing it. And then the sanctuary city concept, I think, is going to be reviewed. So. We'll see, Steve. Just moving forward. It's not easy if you're going to maintain the kind of incredible nation we have. It isn't easy. It's not taken for granted. And that's what I would comment is that the people we're seeing just don't appreciate what we've got and how difficult it is to keep it, which requires more civilized approach. And letting everybody in the country isn't a good way to start that, because it kind of degrades into what we're seeing. So,
is it true, do you think, that the Democrats were trying to figure out what would be the goal of opening the border, and apparently they count everybody in the census, which keeps their population such to where they would get the electoral college votes, and that there is speculation 3 states would take 18 electoral college votes away from the Democrats if you didn't count the illegals, which you're not supposed to do.
No, that's illegal, but they don't care. They want to win any way possible, and just ginning up the rolls. It's also because you have names to put on the voting rolls,
right?
And it's not just to get more arrests; it's to also pad the vote, and that's a big problem. We're starting to see maybe this is a big deal, but boy, I think it's too slow. So we're going to have a hard time in the midterms for the same reason, and it's important, the citizenship of a country, back in the Roman days, if you're a Roman citizen, you ruled just as a citizen. You just had so many privileges, and the Americans have a lot of privileges, and it's taken a long time, and we've worked hard, and we've done very well. Don't listen to the people who say that we haven't. And we didn't really lie, cheat, and steal, but it's been a battle, and we've carved out this nation, and it's something to be proud of. So you just can't give it away.
I was going to say it's more fragile than maybe people think.
Well, yes, and especially if you don't appreciate it and just say, hey, anyone can have it. Come on in. You can have our land. Here's some houses. Well, there's people in it. Well, they've been, that kind of person's been in the houses long enough. Get out of there. Bring these people from overseas and give them the money to live in the house you used to live in.
And
well, that's crazy. And that's I don't understand how the Democrats can even be in this race with the things they've been promoting. And actually the goal, yeah, okay, so you're gonna keep some electoral votes, but the money's coming from people who want to destabilize our country. They just want to destabilize it so they can switch to more of a global rule. They call it one world order or whatever you want to call them, globalists. They really want a more even across the board world that they can kind of make sure is more just. And, of course, they'll be the ones who determine that.
Yeah, right.
And we won't have as much. Of course, they will, because someone's got to have it, Steve. Someone's got to run it, so they'll begrudgingly take everything.
Yeah, right. Well, and Mayor Mondami has said that private home ownership is racist. So
is what? Well, and so he'll put it all in the state, and they'll have it registered, and you'll have tags on the chairs and tables, which they did in the Soviet Union. And, of course, Mondami will have to, probably have a lot of it in his house because there's no reason to burn it. Somebody's got to be stewards of it, and so he'll take it. Yeah. And he'll just make sure that you and me and Diane don't have, too much more than the other one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's going to take a lot of flying around in private jets to monitor that. And, of course, John Kerry will do that. There's no options for a guy like him, Steve.
Mm-hmm.
Just trying to make a more just world. And it's really that nuts. People say, what's he talking about? That's what they want to do. That's what's been done, and that's what's been complete monumental failure wherever it's been done.
I had another brilliant idea. 2-week camps for children.
Okay.
And they go through socialism, and then a little communism, then a little fascism, and then end with a Christian 3-day weekend.
Okay.
So it's a full 2 weeks. It lets them see what happens and only do it according to proven history of what has happened to these systems so they can feel it. What do you think?
Oh, I love it. I don't know if that'll play in a lot of places. But I think it might just be easier to offer a free trip to India for 2 weeks.
No, that's probably simpler, yeah.
And let the kids look
at
that and say, wait a minute, man, why didn't they this, that, or the other? Well, they didn't get born in America. Whoa.
I think most of us would be shocked at the extreme poverty in some of these third world countries and how many people are thrilled to be breathing today just to be alive and survive versus the lap of luxury and the expectations and the spoiled nature of, frankly, all of us.
Well, I think, it's you just take it for granted because it seems pretty simple to us. But, yeah, in India, you just get that sense and you feel how really, I guess, hopeless, Diane, some of these poor people who are living, on the sidewalk or in a cardboard box, and where are they going to get an education or a job, or how do they eat? And so it's something we take for granted, and it's a shame because it's quite a blessing.
Well, to me, this winter storm has been so impactful with no power in so many of the southern states and going for a few days. And I just been praying about all that. That makes you reset on what's really important and connecting and things like that.
Well, it should give you appreciation for what you have.
Yeah.
Yeah, and imagine if you had a nation that really couldn't deal with it.
Right.
You're like picking the pieces up for the next year and a half. And so we have a lot of things we should be very thankful for and quit yelling at each other as much. So, I think, we evolve, Steve. It's kind of like, I guess the final word as of right now is probably, I think, optimistic for me, to hope that this change in direction with Trump is going to impact us to where people say, I think this is the way to go. Man, I wish he'd be nicer. That's fine.
Right.
But he's also pushing back against people who are even worse. And this is the thing, too, that gets me if you don't like Trump. Well, what are you going to do? Are you really going to put a guy like him on? Really? I mean, what they're trying to get done and what they did when Biden was president is really create a lot of problems and policies that just simply aren't fair. The girl-boy sports thing, for example, the defund the police. Do you know how bad that hurts poor neighborhoods? And just the whole rhetoric and calling people Nazis. They don't even know what the Nazis were like, because if they did, they would be embarrassed that they're acting so much like them, because that's what they did. They screamed you down. They censored you. They tried to suppress your ideas and promote theirs, and then they just lied. And so that's what we got to just work on it.
Well, Bernie had said, "Oh, that's not what we're talking about here. We're not talking about that."
So, yeah, Stevie, I don't know what's on the agenda. I'm not too worried about this shutdown, but we go on.
Now,
we go on.
Well, we got a new Fed chair. President announced that earlier this morning. The federal Fed chair, and apparently he's a guy that George W. Bush appointed, and very nearly became a very young Fed chair. He was 35 when he got on the board of governors for the Fed, and he's widely regarded. The president is extraordinarily optimistic. He thinks the interest rate should be down several points, but it was President Trump that did put in place Jerome Powell. It just didn't go like he thought. David Souter or something.
Yeah. Powell is. I agree with Trump. He's been way too slow, and it really makes a difference, Steve, with people buying houses, for instance. And it did appear that he was certainly influenced by, I'm not going to help this guy if I don't have to. And then you can always, play conservatively, and so, you can't really accuse him of just playing politics. But I think he could have been a lot more helpful. And
Trump says, the president says, billions and billions are being spent unnecessarily on interest. So,
well, sure, but it's worse than that, because it is actually worse than that, because what it's doing is it's preventing people from purchasing power and from home building and from industry, because the interest rates are just a couple points higher than people really can get comfortable with or afford or want to pay, but it's slowing it down. And of course, that's one of the things. Okay, we don't want to get carried away, or we'll get back into inflation problems. And so it's a balancing act for sure. But I just think we're fortunate he's going to be out in April.
Yeah.
And so we'll see if that really makes a difference. I think you'll see a peak, and I bet the stock market goes up just on the announcement, because it doesn't take a whole lot to swing that one way or the other.
Yeah, right, exactly. All right, well, Johnny, appreciate it very much. Appreciate our conversations. Thank you for jumping on. We'll call you next week, and we'll see how the Illini do at Nebraska Sunday afternoon.
All right,
3.
Stevie. Yeah, I'm already going to get my popcorn popper out, because I want to see this game.
There you go.
We'll be watching FS1.
Fun to watch.
I think.
Yeah. Fun to watch.
Johnny, thank you. Talk soon.
Have a good weekend.
Thank you, Brother Johnny, down in New Orleans, 7:53. ESPN 93.5. We jump to Greg Solier and a look at this weekend and into February, and definitely moderating temperatures ahead.
Slogan, everyone. Let's check weather for Central Illinois. Champaign-Urbana is Saturday. Another cold start to the day, but a slow and gradual return to more seasonal temperatures expected. That by mid next week. In the meantime, another bitter cold start. Partly sunny skies. A couple of snow flurries around later this afternoon and evening time. Highs only to 15 on a northwest breeze. Bitter cold tonight, down to 4 below. A few snow flurries around early, and again after midnight, light north wind. Tomorrow, partly sunny up to 14. Bitter cold early in the day, with again a couple of snow showers or flurries in the morning and back in later in the afternoon. down. Down to about 2 below for tomorrow night. Weekend forecast, a bitter cold start to Saturday. Variably cloudy skies at 18, up to 21 on Sunday. Maybe a snow shower in spots early in the day. Another cold Monday, but not as bad as recent days, up to 25 with maybe a snow shower threat early in the day as well. Partly sunny, 27 for the day on Tuesday. A little light snow system may skirt the area Wednesday with a high to about 31, upper 20s and lower 30s next Thursday, and Friday more seasonal across the area. For CVJ Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Soldier.
Parlor Donuts and Stevie J Broadcasting want to send you to the next Fighting Illini home basketball game. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 and you could be on your way to State Farm Center. Stop by Parlor Donuts in the Old Farm Shops on Kirby and Madison Champaign before the game to try their layered donuts, cold brews, blended treats, and more. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 to win tickets with Parlor Donuts and Stevie J Broadcasting.
New year, new you. But what about that mountain of junk? Start fresh with 2 men in a junk truck. We'll swoop in like clutter superheroes, furniture, boxes, appliances, you name it, gone. No stress, no heavy lifting, just more room to breathe. Garage disaster? Back bedroom chaos? We've seen it all, and we'll haul it all. So kick off the year with space that feels brand new. Book today at 2meninajuncktruck.com. 2 men in a junk truck. Junk removal made simple and way less awkward than asking your brother-in-law for help.
Drive in, drive out. Recycling's what Max is all about. You can make some cash and do your share. We make it really simple because we care. It doesn't matter large or small. Our friendly staff will handle it all. Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
Sarah Champagne Managing Partner Ben Quattrone.
We're always looking for people. You can go online and apply on our website. We never know what we're going to need. We're always expanding. We're always building more and growing our business. If we don't need a person and they come along and we find out that they're an eagle, they're a star, we'll hire them. We'll put them somewhere and wait for the spot we're going to have them working.
Learn more at sarahchampagne.com.
The Go BOGO sale is finally here at Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery. Get their best BOGO deals this week. Now you can buy 1 square foot of any floor and get the second foot half off. That's any carpet, any floor. It's all BOGO half off. Plus, you can shop their amazing selection of furniture, rugs, and accessories. It's all buy one, get one half off. And buy with 2 years free financing. It's time to go BOGO and save even more. Hurry in this week. Only at Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery.
You've heard about the doggy bag, right? From Bulldog Disposal Muhammad, a 6 cubic yard canvas bag that can be used for easy cleanup instead of a big dumpster. The one-time use bag is now available and you can save the delivery charge. Get the doggy bag at Do It Best Hardware in Champaign at 107 West Springfield. So fill up the bag, call Bulldog Disposal, have it disposed of, and you'll be organized. Go to bulldoggybag.com for all the details. That's bulldoggybag.com. All right, got a break for the news here at the top of the hour, and we got some more Brad Underwood to play from last night's win over Washington, who came in very physically. And I thought they were up in the kitchen of Keaton and our guys. I mean, they're really up there, but when they get that close, you can go around them a little bit. And they don't call the hand checks. They called 18 fouls in Washington. They got called for it.
Okay.
Could have been more, but it was definitely physical. I think it was just another way to say, what do we do with these guys? Well, let's get rough. And it makes me nervous because you remember our great run with Kofi and Io, and they got rough in Michigan State and broke his nose. Yeah. Io had that mask on the year we lost to Loyola. So, there's rough, and then there's too rough. So we don't want our guys getting hurt out there, but I think they're trying everything, and shoving us around didn't work because we win.
Yeah.
But they might have liked the matchups. I thought Washington was longer and bigger than I would have expected, particularly the guard position. They were physical and strong and big people.
For sure.
Anyway.
What a game.
Yeah, good to win. Final was something.
75-66.
Yep,
so we're 18-3 on the season, 9-1 in the Big Ten, tied 4-way with Michigan, Michigan State, and Nebraska.
That's something.
And Nebraska, so we face at 3 o'clock on Sunday.
Well, might want to tune in tonight. Michigan at Michigan State.
Okay.
They're not going to tie, so one of them's going to have 2.
Absolutely.
I will take Michigan State at home. I know how athletic Michigan is. They always are. But I think the discipline of Tom Izzo. I'm going to play that Brad Underwood again, referencing Izzo's mom. What? Yeah, I know. It's pretty funny. We'll get to that clip again here in the next half hour or so.
Our number 12 Fighting Illini wrestling team at Huff Hall tonight, hosting number 24 Indiana. That's at 9 o'clock on the Big Ten Network, in case you want to watch that.
Okay. All right.
Go Illini.
We'll break for the news, and we shall return in moments on ESPN 93.5. It is, I got above button somewhere in Indiana that Tim sent. It had minus 11 on it.
Yikes.
That's crazy. This is WSJK Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana. Time for the news. We are the home of the St. Louis Cardinals. Won't be that long. Less than 2 months away from opening day.
He had called for regime change at the Fed. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News, and now Kevin Warsh will lead it. President Trump posting he's nominating former Fed Governor Kevin Warsh to replace Jerome Powell as Federal Reserve Chairman when his term's up in May. And the president can't wait for Powell to go, saying he's hurt the economy, not cutting interest rates faster and more.
The president in that True Social post said that he will go down as one of the greatest Federal Reserve chairmen. He says he's right out of central casting, and he will never let you down.
That's Fox Business Network's Edward Lawrence, the White House.
Warsh has a record for being an inflation hawk. He advocated heavily for rate hikes during the housing crisis of 2008, which is opposite of what President Trump is looking for right now with his pick. But recently, he says that Warsh now says that he's evolved. His views have changed.
Former CNN actor Don Lemon arrested
by federal agents in Los Angeles just after midnight this morning at a hotel. This obviously all in connection with that storming of a church in St. Paul, Minnesota by that group of anti-ICE agitators.
Fox's Bill Malugin also reports Don Lemon's attorney in a statement just out says the journalist was shining a light on truth and this is an attack on the First Amendment. 3 others who protested in that church had already been arrested and charged. Those angry about immigration enforcement and the deadly shootings related to it are calling on people across America today to ice out in protest. Don't go to work or school, don't shop. Republican Congressman Tom Emmer from Minnesota just told Fox.
This type of rhetoric, and by the way, this is coming to your city next. No, it's not, because most cities are cooperating with law enforcement.
That ICE controversy simmers in Congress. House Minority Leader Kevin Hakeem Jeffries tells Fox.
We want to avoid a government shutdown, but it's necessary to ensure that the Department of Homeland Security dramatically changes the way in which it has been conducting itself.
A partial shutdown starts at midnight. There is a potential compromise, but that may not get approved by tonight. America's listening to Fox News.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Pizza's here.
Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
As it continues in some areas from that massive snow and ice storm last weekend from New Mexico to Maine, another storm is coming to the East Coast.
Really kind of the bullseye for this new snow system is going to be the Carolinas. You're looking at winter storm warnings there, North Carolina, South Carolina, stretching up into Virginia as well.
Fox meteorologist Adam Klotz, some areas could get over a half-foot of snow, and there are still more than 200,000 power outages in the south from the last storm, and it's frigid there.
Health experts are warning residents in places like Tennessee and Mississippi that with yet another blast of extremely cold weather comes the risk of hypothermia. The warning is specific to communities enduring power outages and homes going without proper heating in the midst of sustained extraordinary cold weather not normally felt in places with warmer climates. Cold exposure can be deadly, certainly even for usually healthy people when enduring that cold days on end. While generators can power things like space heaters, carbon monoxide poisoning is also a major cause of death in these situations. Generators should run outdoors with exhaust pointed away from the house. In Miami, Evan Brown, Fox News.
As President threatens tariffs on any country that sells oil to Cuba, the U.S. trade tension with Canada continues.
Leaders of the Alberta Prosperity Program in Alberta, a western province with a lot of oil production, to break away from Canada. They say they've met with Trump administration officials in D.C. 3 times since last April with a plan to ask next for $500 billion in credit to help fund the province if an independence referendum is called and it passes. Minister Mark Carney tells reporters, "We expect the U.S. administration to respect Canadian sovereignty," and said President Trump had never brought up the issue of Alberta independence with him. Polls show most people in Alberta prefer to remain Canadian. Ms. Foster, Fox News.
On Wall Street, stock futures are down before the opening bell. There's Olympics news. Days before the Winter Games start, American skier Lindsey Vonn was injured in the practice run. No word how serious the injury is. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Sean Grayson, the former Sangamon County deputy convicted of second-degree murder Thursday. In October last year, a Peoria County jury made up of 9 women, 3 men, found him guilty of the shooting death of Sonia Massey. Grayson sentenced to 20 years with 2 years mandatory supervised release. New work requirements for the SNAP program go into effect February 1, threatening benefits for hundreds of thousands of Illinoisans. Adults age 18 to 64 without dependents under age 14 required to work, participate in SNAP employment and training programs, or volunteer for at least 80 hours per month to receive those benefits. As Central Illinois communities consider allowing data centers to be built, residents concerned about long-term impacts. Union of Concerned Scientists study found that data centers have high demand for electricity, which can have a negative impact on public health as well as the environment. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
I kind of wish how I don't know how tennis is scored. I know the 15-30 love, deuce, all that stuff, but I don't know in the 5th set. Yeah, Djokovic and Sinner are in a semifinal in the Australian Open. Unfortunately, I have it on the TV. It's distracting me, but they're in the 5th set. It's 3-3. Each player gets a serve, and then if they win that, they go to 4-3. So I don't know.
I think you have to win by 2.
Okay, so 7-5 would win.
Because that's why some of these games can go hours and hours.
Yeah, that's what they're doing. Sonia, I know, is a Olympic cyclist, but I don't know if you know much about tennis.
Nah, not much in the tennis world, I'm sorry to report.
And that's
but
John
I think
Decker's
Diane's right. You need 2 of something, however they score
right,
to win.
That's right. Anyway, it's I think Sinner may have the edge, but it's 3-3 in the 5th set, and these guys are serving up 120-mile-an-hour serves, 121 miles.
That's a clay service they play on, I believe, right?
That's French Open. The Australian is just regular
court?
Blue
Okay.
something. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, there's a packed crowd. Australian Open. What time it is in Australia? I think it's 17 hours ahead of me.
Okay.
So I'd be like, no, it can't be. What time is it?
It's probably a lot warmer there.
Yeah, they're all in the shorts.
Yeah.
Anyway, these guys, it's so amazing how great the top professionals in every sport are.
Well, and I'm looking up Lindsey Vonn when they mentioned that in the top of the hour news, being evaluated after crashing during her final downhill in Switzerland. And a skiing star was seen clutching her left knee before being airlifted to the hospital. The crash comes 1 week before the opening ceremonies in Milan. She's 41. So we'll be praying for Lindsay as she's being evaluated now. And, of course, we are looking forward to her being part of the U.S. ski and snowboard team as we get into the Winter Olympics zone here.
And that is held, where is it?
Somewhere in Italy, right?
Yes.
Okay.
In Milan, it looks like.
I am trying to figure out, this is the Australian Open, right? Sam mentioned the Australian Open. So is it 1:07 a.m. there now? I don't think they expected this thing to go 4 hours.
Oh, wow.
I think it's in the middle of the night.
Oh, really?
And everybody's there. Huh. Kind of late, isn't it? Why don't you go to bed and come back tomorrow?
Now the winner will face
Carlos Alcaraz, who's I think #1 player. This is the semi, so the finals.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, tennis is quite a sport. Been around for a minute. Well, it's Greg Soya. He's been a meteorologist for over a minute. We check your weather forecast into February Sunday and beyond. How do we look, friend?
Well, a little more moderate brand, but at times approaching seasonal temperatures around here. Not long lasting, but at least we're making the correct step or two in the general correct direction. Apart from that, in a couple of week systems moving on through Clipper style, which they'll take more and more of a southerly route and get us into a little more active winter weather pattern beginning later next week and beyond. Snow showers and flurries off good old Lake Michigan may impact some of our northern areas with time, and winter weather advisories, even some winter storm watches, Lake County, Cook County, into Will and Kankakee and into northwest Indiana. These will be kind of just all or nothing type snow showers and flurries off the lake if you're going to be up north of, again, about I-80 later on, well, at least later on this morning and into the afternoon. In the meantime, yeah, a little bit of an uptick on temperature reading, still at reading of 5 below up towards the Kankakee at the current time, 1 below at Danville, readings at 0 over at Willett and Savoy, 3 above at Rantoul. Afternoon temp for the day today should top out across the area a little bit better. We're getting there. Be a high temperature up around 15 with maybe not a snow shower, a few flurries in this afternoon and this evening. Lows to about 1 below tonight. And again, getting better with time. Winds will be more manageable at 18 tomorrow, down to around 3 above tomorrow night and 22 on Sunday. And we're back into a few snow flurries as well on Sunday. And maybe a snow shower or two Monday into Tuesday. Better, 25 on Monday, 31 on Tuesday, upper 20s next Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm your just Greg Soldier.
All right, buddy. Thank you. Have a great weekend. Greg, 810, ESPN 93.5. The boards are out there. Super Bowl number boards.
Yep.
And that means if your numbers hit, you can make pretty big money. Mm-hmm. Those are circulating for the Super Bowl, which is a week from Sunday.
That's right.
And then I'm sure next week the buzz will start. The leaking of the commercials will happen.
True.
And we know that, it's a big spectacle. Over 100 million people worldwide watch our Super Bowl. And then we're getting into artists that nobody's heard of. We remember when they started, it was like every big name possible.
Yeah.
They don't pay people, at least at this point.
Super Bowl 60 now.
Yeah, I remember Super Bowl 3.
Well, and it used to be marching bands were featured.
Yeah.
And I want to say in the first dozen years or so. And then it went into that up with people mode.
Love that.
I know you do,
Yeah.
Stevie.
It's an evolution to where, halftime. I can go back and watch Super Bowl 3. It's available on YouTube.
Okay.
And Kurt Gowdy was the announcer. It was in Sony in Miami, and the brash QB from the New York Jets taking on the mighty Baltimore Colts. The Colts were 18-point favorites. And Joe Namath was the quarterback for the New York Jets, came from Alabama, and Bear Bryant.
Yeah.
He got paid $400,000 to play for the Jets, which was unheard of. Mike Ditka got $18,000 to play in 1960. 1965, Joe signed a $400,000 deal.
Wow.
And that was just absurd. He wore fur coats.
Right.
Always visiting.
Was it Hollywood Joe?
No, it was Broadway.
Broadway.
He was in New York City, Broadway Joe. And so he heard all the stuff, 18-point. You're never going to. The NFC and the AFC were two separate leagues. They were not an NFL. It was an NFC, AFC. And so the mighty Baltimore Colts, Green Bay, had won the first 2 Super Bowls easily over the little bitty AFC. And then Joe Namath went to a press conference and said, 18-point underdogs. He said, we're going to win. I guarantee it.
Oh, wow.
And every headline in every page in every paper had Joe Willie Namath, the brash Broadway Joe says they're going to win, and everybody laughed until they got to the game. And the Jets managed the game. It really was, 16-0 before the Colts even scored. And it was 16-7, and that's how it ended. And so because of that game, the leagues merged and made the NFL. So that's where we are as of Super Bowl 4 was the newly formed National Football League.
Okay.
Now, this is number 60.
60. And I just did an evolution of the halftime shows, and it was starting in the 1990s that they evolved out of the marching bands and the drill teams. And then, like I said, the group Up With People did
in
1990? Four performances. I know. So then New Kids on the Block, Michael Jackson, Gloria Estefan, Clint Black. They did the country one. I didn't remember that.
No.
Patti LaBelle, Tony Bennett. So, they're hitting all kinds of different genres, which is awesome. It was that incident with Justin Timberlake and Janet Jackson with the wardrobe malfunction,
they called it.
Is also, brought up. And then, let's see.
I know who I'd get.
Who's that?
I'd cancel Bad Bunny and I'd bring in Michael Bublé.
Oh, hey.
I mean, Tony Bennett.
Yeah?
Let's get a crooner. Come on, that's good music, kids. Listen up.
Interesting.
I would love Michael Bublé up there. Anyway, let's jump to our morning sports. Illinois beats Washington last night. Ben Hummerkaus, of course, Keaton Wagler was amazing. Keaton was amazing. 22 points, but Ben Hummerkaus made 4 out of 6 critical threes.
Yeah.
First of all the glory to God just for I'm finding freedom in the way that I shoot the basketball. And so, first of all, I give him all the glory for that. Some of it's just continuing to go at what I believe. I'm a good shooter. I've proven that over time. And so seeing him go through feels awesome. But just continuing to focus on the things that matter in basketball, the winning plays, rebounding, playing defense, being a great teammate, and then shooting follows.
He never makes a scouting report mistake. Very seldom. And you realize we had him guarding Diallo, their point guard. To be very honest, last year, I'm not sure Ben could guard a dead man. And, I mean, probably would give up 20 to Izzo's mom last year. This year, he's guarding everybody and just doesn't make mistakes. So I'm Tom, don't get pissed and call me tonight when you see this. But
Tom heard about it, yeah.
I hear she's a hell of a player. Ben's phenomenal. And like I said, he does everything that he's supposed to do. And talks, communicates, accepted his role. And then, I've said it for 2 years. He's a really, really good shooter.
Yeah, he is, and he was last night. It was good to see him break out of it a little bit. I'm telling you, this is a good Illinois basketball team to win against a very strong, tough-minded, wouldn't-go-away Washington Husky team.
Yeah.
Good to get the win.
And kind of a slow start, that was for sure.
But who got us out of the slow start? The freshman.
Yep.
Keaton Wagler.
There's Keaton Wagler. He had 8. David Markovic got 19 points, 6 rebounds.
14 points were those two.
I think 16, because they each had 8.
Okay.
So I was watching that closely to make sure that I had my guns loaded today, but then I just kind of fizzled out this morning.
A little tired, are you?
I am.
Well, I start the game so late.
I was trying to run with the pack yesterday, trying to pop around and Pias and all the other stuff.
You went to Pias too?
I did.
Wow.
It was a good time.
Okay.
So, and thanks Hans D. His birthday's tomorrow.
Happy birthday,
Reese
Hans.
Hogan.
Yeah.
So some of our people that started out as interns here at Stevie J Broadcasting. Love to see that. All right, we've got Illinois and Nebraska Sunday at 3, FS1, tip-off at Lincoln. This should be an awesome game. And like you said, the Michigan State game.
Tonight,
We've got this 4-way tie on the top of the Big Ten. So our women are in Washington with a 5 o'clock tip on Sunday, so you can take note of that. Big Ten scores last night. We had Northwestern over Penn State 94-73. As far as the AP goes, we had number 8 Iowa State over Colorado, 97-67. Miami beat the Bulls 116-113. Iowa with 23 in that game. And we have some Big Ten action as far as wrestling tonight at 9 o'clock at Huff Hall.
Wow.
So we'll host number 24, Indiana, our wrestling team at number 12. We had a tight one, winning against Rutgers 17-16. So we're coming off that victory. And our U.S. Track and Field and Cross Country Coaches Association released the first round of weekly national rankings. Illinois women debuting number 1.
How about that?
For the third time in history.
Hey, as the needs of customers grow, Busey continues to expand its digital footprint, allowing you to bank when and where you want and how you want, whether it's personal or business banking. Opening an account or requesting an appointment, you can do it all from the convenience of home. Busey's online and mobile banking tools check balances, view transactions, deposit checks, provide travel plans, analyze spending habits. Find the Busey mobile app in the App Store or Google Play. Save a trip to the bank, make your appointments online. Just go to Busey.com. You can explore your options. You could be there a while because there are all kinds of things you can learn at Busey.com. If you have questions about how to bank from the comfort and safety of home, you can always call them at 1-800-67-BUSEY. At Busey, they're proud to offer convenient digital banking platforms that enhance our customers' user experience. Visit Busey.com to get started today. Busey, for over 158 years, member FDIC. We will check Greg's weather again as we get into February. We might be off terrestrial radio. I think we might be online only for those watching. We are still online, but apparently there's a power outage in Tolono.
Oh, no.
So we have that going for us.
All right.
Let us check our weather. Our meteorologist is Greg Solier.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for Central Illinois. Champaign-Urbana Saturday. Another cold start to the day, but a slow and gradual return to more seasonal temperatures expected. That by mid next week. In the meantime, another bitter cold start. Partly sunny skies. A couple of snow flurries around later this afternoon and evening time. Highs only to 15 on a northwest breeze. Bitter cold tonight, down to 4 below. A few snow flurries around early, and again after midnight. Light north wind. Tomorrow partly sunny up to 14. Bitter cold early in the day, with again a couple of snow showers or flurries in the morning, and back in later in the afternoon. Down to about 2 below for tomorrow night. Weekend forecast, a bitter cold start to Saturday, variably cloudy skies at 18, up to 21 on Sunday. Maybe a snow shower in spots early in the day. Another cold Monday, but not as bad as recent days, up to 25, with maybe a snow shower threat early in the day as well. Partly sunny, 27 for the day on Tuesday. A little light snow system may skirt the area Wednesday with a high to about 31, upper 20s and lower 30s next Thursday, and Friday more seasonal across the area. For CVJ Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
Here's what somebody recently said at Pards in Urbana. I was there just a few minutes, and somebody came up and asked if I needed help. And they were incredible, helped me find the size of boot I needed, and then I bought a second pair too. Everything was friendly, everything was excellent. Visit Pards in Urbana, 206 North Maple, between Main and University in Urbana. It's Pards Western Shop since 1968. Or go online and visit pards.com, pards.com.
We have a New Year's resolution at Dick Van Dyke Appliance World.
Oh, good idea, Paul.
We're going to pump you up
with savings this January, Dick Van Dyke.
Yeah, I like it, but that line's already taken. Let's keep it simple. We have stainless steel French door refrigerators starting at $1,600 for the entire month of January.
How about shed those holiday pounds with savings at Dick Van Dyke?
Yeah, but does that really make sense?
Not really.
Let's just shoot straight. We have stainless steel interior dishwashers starting at $450 a pop.
How about we use this music to get the people moving?
Well, hey, copyright violation. That is a good tune, though. But let's not take away from the fact that we have electric and gas dryers starting at $479 and ranges at $549 a piece.
Hey, I got an idea.
Let's hear it.
Come on into Dick Van Dyke Appliance World, where our New Year's sale prices will last longer than your New Year's resolution.
That's actually pretty good and relatable.
Wow.
Dick Van Dyke Appliance World. When you buy from us, you get the whole store.
Illini basketball is hot, and so is this Jets Pizza family deal. It's the busiest time of year, so just let Jets Pizza save you time in the kitchen. Get one extra large 2-topping pizza, choice of Jets bread, cinnamon sticks, and a 2-liter Coke product for just $35.99. The Jets Pizza family deal, just $35.99. It's not just pizza. It's Jets Pizza.
Yeah, we're not sure why Tolono popped off power, but for those of you listening online, we're still with you on YouTube. YouTube? Yeah.
Yeah, Stevie J Show.
It's on X.
And you're spelling out J-A-Y every time you have Stevie J options because there is a rapper that just uses the initial.
Yeah, and I was there first. So, anyway, so...
A little different content.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be bad. But he is initial J. I'm the full J-A-Y. So, we are getting ready for February, and the Super Bowl will be a week from Sunday. We were talking about, I said Michael Bublé.
Mm-hmm.
If you want me to make a suggestion. Looks like Billy Joel would never be healthy enough, but he never played. I wonder why. Elton John, could he still do that kind of thing? I mean, these guys are aging out.
Right. When they started to do more of the band thing, it looks like, Shania Twain was on there. U2 was on there in 2002. Aerosmith and NSYNC was 2001. And Phil Collins, whose birthday is today, 75, he was at 2000 with Christina Aguilera, Enrique Iglesias, and Tony Braxton.
What about ZZ Top? Didn't they do one?
Right. I was just scanning to see some other rock bands to see, Prince was in 2007, Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, 2008, Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band, 2009.
Have they ever had a repeat?
I don't. Maybe
Katy Perry did one, right?
She was a guest with a bunch of others.
I thought she headlined. No.
The Who was a band in
How about
2010.
Zach Brown, man?
Oh, that would be great.
Zach Brown at the Super Bowl. All right, so I've given him 2.
Black Eyed
And of course,
Peas, Madonna,
Taylor Swift would be obviously the big
Beyonce,
hit.
Bruno Mars. I love that.
Bruno
show.
would be good. He can come back.
Yeah, Katy Perry was standalone, but she had Missy Elliott and Lenny Kravitz as part of her guest star appearances.
All right.
Coldplay has done standalone in 2016.
Super Bowl halftime is what we're talking about here.
Yes, Lady Gaga, 2017. Justin Timberlake.
Lady
standalone.
Gaga can come back.
I know.
She's
that was
really
very entertaining. She has lots of hits.
So good.
Maroon 5, 2019. I remember that one. Shakira and Jennifer Lopez, 2020. 2021 was The Weeknd. Okay. So
that was starting to fade a little bit.
Dr. Dre, and a salute to
Snoop
hip
Dogg,
hop
wasn't Snoop
and
Dogg?
Snoop and Eminem, Mary J. Blige, Kendrick
Yeah.
Lamar, also part of that show. Rihanna in 2023, and then we found out she was pregnant during that show. I don't know if you remember that.
I remember that.
And Usher was 2024.
He was good.
Mm-hmm. And then last year was Kendrick Lamar.
What about Jelly Roll?
I know that was suggested at 359-2255.
So we got Jelly Roll. We got Zach Brown to be totally right, man. He's big. He's still big.
There's a lot of country artists that would be terrific, and the only country artist show I really saw was the Clint Black and Travis Tritt, and the Judds were on that show, but that was in the 90s. So yeah.
Well, okay. So anybody else? Am I missing anybody?
Nope, that was it.
217-359-2255. You can always suggest halftime for the Super Bowl. I mean, I think we're kind of going off base when you're getting into somebody real political like Bad Bunny, who said some very negative things about Donald. Why would you do that? You want to avoid politics in this game, right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to be doing anything politically. This is kind of hey, it's a Super Bowl. What kind of dips do you have?
Well, and we're in the San Francisco area hosting it, right? Santa Clara?
Yep.
So maybe that's a factor. I don't know. So
I mean, the people that can afford to go to the game are not, hippies. Haight-Ashbury, remember that was a street in San Francisco.
I do.
The people going are very well to do because they're $1,000 to $10,000 a ticket, and even more. So it's corporate owned and operated, and if your team makes it, people will dole out the money because it's once in a life, that kind of stuff. So, but otherwise, it is totally a corporate event.
When it comes to the commercials, I feel like they start to release some of the commercials earlier, and I feel like you can do a search and see some of these online. But, and that's more bang for their buck, certainly, but that's part of the whole fascination of it all
buzz.
And the fact that it's Patriots Seahawks. To me, I'm no interest in either team.
I don't think
My sister lives in Seattle.
All the New England people, and of course the Great Northwest, of course they're interested, but us in the middle are like, who?
Right.
Who's that?
So I worked the mic a little bit at Pia's. I was like, Super Bowl, and they're like, the Bears. We wanted the Bears in it. And who knows? I was just so looking forward to that. I mean, when they were in the playoffs and, Green Bay, and oh my God, this is so exciting.
I know. You were very, very close to getting there.
Yeah.
Okay, it is 8:27. News coming up. Again, we are getting ready for the team leaves, I guess, tomorrow for Lincoln, Nebraska. Coming off last night, they're kind of sitting in the ice tub or something, don't they? Kind of whatever the routine is.
Beat up so
I'm
much.
telling you what.
And he hit the floor a few times.
No, we're sore. There's a lot of soreness. That was a very physical rugby game last night that was essentially basketball. But it was good, and we grinded it out. We were a little flat as to be expected, but we won, and we had some great performances. Ben Humrickhouse, David Murkovich, and of course our leader is this freshman, Keaton Wagler, who nobody heard about 6 months ago. Who?
Yeah.
Oh, he's a freshman. Okay, well, we know what that means. Freshman mistakes. I mean, Kasparis Yakajonas and Will Riley weren't excluded from, I mean, they made plays that were like freshmen. Wagler's different.
Yeah, he is.
He's got a poise that is a God-given gift.
Right, and somehow wired to try to just get in there and figure out a play.
He's 6'6". Michael Jordan was 6'6". He's tall.
I know.
He's only 180
Michael
pounds.
Jordan's number was 23, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Keaton's number.
Okay, man. Well, keep it going. Lincoln, Nebraska. Hey, we have a chance to win. It's a very hard place to win. But coming off the loss, vulnerable, first loss of the season. Fred's got a great team, but so do we. All right, news will be next. Stand by, 217-359-2255. You want to chime in on the Fisher National Bank text line. It's 829. I'm very honored to have Brittany Algie in my studio. She's advanced practice registered nurse specializing in behavioral health at OSF Healthcare Sacred Heart in Urbana. Now has several options for inpatient, outpatient behavioral health, offering medication management and therapy to treat depression, anxiety, bipolar, schizophrenia, PTSD, and more. Isn't it? You have to kind of agree you kind of need to talk to somebody?
Absolutely.
How do you get to that?
Being honest and doing a self-check-in about how you feel. Checking in with your emotions, seeing like, am I okay? Because a lot of times we're highly functioning, feeling depressed, we're feeling overwhelmed, and we don't take a minute to just pause and actually see how we're feeling.
But so take stigma, Brittany, and you don't want to talk to somebody because then they'll think you're crazy.
Well, there's no such thing as crazy. So there's nothing wrong with asking for help because life is always going to be challenging. There's always going to be stressors that come along.
So we commend you and
Thank you.
Somebody who loves what they do. So I'm going to give out your number.
Behavioral Health Professionals, OSF Healthcare Sacred Heart Urbana, 217-337-4310.
Hi, this is Kevin Rogers, president of the Philo Exchange Bank. Our bank's been through the ups and downs of the local agricultural community since 1883. With over 147 years of combined lending experience, let our local ag lenders work with you and help your farming operations succeed. Philo Exchange Bank, hometown community banking since 1883, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Here's a look at local news. Sean Grayson, the former Sangamon County deputy convicted of second-degree murder Thursday. In October last year, a Peoria County jury made up of 9 women, 3 men found him guilty of the shooting death of Sonia Massey. Grayson sentenced to 20 years with 2 years mandatory supervised release. As Central Illinois communities consider allowing data centers to be built, residents concerned about long-term impacts. Unit of Concerned Scientists study found that data centers have high demand for electricity, which can have a negative impact on public health as well as the environment. New work requirements for the SNAP program go into effect February 1, threatening benefits for hundreds of thousands of Illinoisans. Adults age 18 to 64 without dependents under age 14 required to work, participate in SNAP employment and training programs, or volunteer for at least 80 hours per month to receive those benefits. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
What is most important to you in your life? This is Eric Boland with Provident Financial Group. Whether you're launching a career, raising a family, planning for retirement, or creating a legacy, we can help. At Provident, we provide strategic thinking and perspective that help clients like you realize their goals. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities offered through Raymond James Financial Services, Inc., member FINRA SIPC. Provident Financial Group is not a registered broker-dealer and is independent of Raymond James Financial Services. Investment advisory services offered through Raymond James Financial Service Advisors, Inc.
Jacob Curtis, you are a law enforcement official of the month here from Stevie J Broadcasting. We appreciate very much what you do every day that goes pretty much unnoticed. You know, we just assume you're in charge, you take care of it, everything will be fine, but it takes a lot of work and focus to get what you do right. And so we commend you, we congratulate you, we thank you, because if you didn't do the work, then I'd have to, and I don't want to. And you got a core of good people, man.
Oh, yeah.
All around you, and you know that, and you said that's the favorite part, being with your buds, your people.
Absolutely.
Well, we thank you. Good work. Maybe you're doing a show or something.
And your family's in support. Let's shout them out. What's your wife's name?
Selena.
You have a baby?
Yep. I have one that's about to turn 1 year.
Hey, man. That's awesome. How's that going?
A lot of sleepless nights, but we got through that part, I think.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome. Well, congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Jacob, thanks for coming in and keep up your good work.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Jacob Curtis is his name, Champaign County Sheriff's Office, Correctional Officer, our law enforcement official of the month.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for Central Illinois. Champaign-Urbana vicinity. Another cold start to the day, but a slow and gradual return to more seasonal temperatures expected. That by mid next week. In the meantime, another bitter cold start. Partly sunny skies. A couple of snow flurries around later this afternoon and evening time. Highs only to 15 on a northwest breeze. Bitter cold tonight, down to 4 below. A few snow flurries around early, and again after midnight. Light north wind. Tomorrow, partly sunny, up to 14. Bitter cold early in the day, with again a couple of snow showers or flurries in the morning, and back in later in the afternoon. Down to about 2 below for tomorrow night. Weekend forecast, a bitter cold start to Saturday. Variably cloudy skies at 18, up to 21 on Sunday. Maybe a snow shower in spots early in the day. Another cold Monday, but not as bad as recent days, up to 25, with maybe a snow shower threat early in the day as well. Partly sunny, 27 for the day on Tuesday. A little light snow system may skirt the area Wednesday with a high up to about 31, upper 20s and lower 30s next Thursday, and Friday more seasonal across the area. For CVJ Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
When you make the right decision, it feels good, like picking the perfect accent rug or choosing a good night's sleep over an all-night crime show binge. It feels really good to make the right insurance decision, too. That's why State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow is right here in Champaign-Urbana to help you select the right protection at the right price. Kurt will make sure you understand your State Farm coverages so you'll know what to expect if the unexpected happens. Just call him when you want the real deal. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. No, that's awesome, Tim. It sounds really good. Gale for X Trucking, if you have some trucking experience and you want to join a team that treats you like family, you got them right here.
Yeah, we've got a spot left, and I've taken a page from Brad Underwood's book there, too. The last couple of days, I've been communicating with a guy in the Philippines that's an American on active duty in the military, and he's got trucking experience. He's looking for a job when he comes home, so I'm opening that up. We love our veterans, and we've got a lot of veteran drivers, and we're looking to bring him on February 5th when he gets home.
Well, usually you send staff to go recruit him. I'll go to Manila. I'll go talk to him. Just got to pay my flight. Yeah, I'll be back in a month.
Stevie, I can't send you away that long. and actually, this guy from the Philippines found us through his dad in Hillsdale, Indiana, that heard us talking on the show. Dedicated Diesels at 1313 Triumph Drive in Urbana. They can get us on the phone at 217-328-0562.
Okay, so Military Appreciation Night at the game last night.
So moving. So many military people. And now, in the flag ceremony, they've added Space Force.
Oh.
So we have all the branches of military represented.
Wow,
of course,
right.
there's the military salute. I think that's in the first quarter where they bring out some soldiers. They did at halftime swearing in.
I'll be darned. I like that.
30 people that are stepping up to be a part of it.
But the crowd went nuts for that.
It was awesome.
I had my son-in-law Jacob was there. He got to go to the basketball game.
Good.
So he enjoyed that. Had some great seats.
Awesome.
So, it was appropriate then.
And some of our
appreciation.
winners and Ben Quattrone winners texted thank yous and things like that. So that's always great. And some of them a first-time experience. Mike coming in from Charleston. But yeah, Belle DeFanis did a wonderful job on that national anthem.
This isn't the first time. This is from Maryland's game 2 years ago.
Yeah, I think she was 15 then.
Wow. So she's good. I don't know what this sounds like. So let's play a little from that.
All righty.
Oh, say,
15?
can you see
Wow.
by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes
Very nice voice.
and bright stars
So it's about to sound the same from last night?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land
That's very, very good. That's a 15-year-old. That was 2 years ago, Belle DeFanis.
Yes.
That's Matt's daughter
Matt's
and
daughter.
Tom's granddaughter.
Yes,
All right.
that's right. And
Wow.
Belle, Belle.
Beautiful.
Mom and Seymour. is where she
Really
went to
nice
school.
voice. So was it the same? Had probably got better in
I
2 years.
think it was a little stronger.
A little cleaner, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
So
think that's
on the
posted.
game last night, it was a wonderful start.
Well, good for her.
Mhm.
That's America's Got Talent.
Absolutely.
That's a big
American
voice.
Idol, maybe?
American Idol. No,
Must do.
she would get through, I think, pretty easily.
So much great young talent
No,
on
I
these
know.
shows,
There is.
too. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
It really is. I've watched a little of Simon Cowell's it's on Netflix, trying to build another boy band.
Oh.
And I think the times have changed to the point of, do we need a boy band? Is that something that would be a real hit? It's not K-pop, right? The
Right.
Japanese group.
Yeah, that's right.
K-pop owns
And
the
Demon
world
Hunters,
today.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
So-
as I get ready for the daddy-daughter dance on February 18th, I was talking with a fellow DJ sitting next to me yesterday, and we were talking about making sure we have all this new stuff that we can't really relate to, but it's fine. That's coming up on February 13th, that daddy-daughter dance. There's a lot of events coming up as we pivot to February, and I was visiting with Judge Steigman's wife yesterday, and there's a brunch coming up at the Royer, the old Jumers, coming up on February 7th, the day before on Friday, February 6th, a week from today. In Arthur, there's a big rally. There's just all kinds of things. If you're wanting to get invested in our community in various aspects, of course, the voting and the primary on March 17th is going to be important, and getting those ducks in a row. And Aaron Ammons has been talking a lot this week about making sure they have plenty of judges and things like that. So,
well, generally for primaries around here, it's like 15% turnout. I mean, literally, you go door to door and get enough votes to win something. We don't come out for primaries.
I know it.
It's
that's kind of why I mentioned it very briefly
I think you ought to vote when you can and when you're supposed to. I think it's hugely important, as you see what do they say, elections matter?
Yes.
Holy cow. So if you want to perk up and try and get an early vote in, get it in.
So Novak Djokovic has won, because this was a really long tennis match that we were just witnessing here, and he's being interviewed on the court. So I assume in the Australian Open, he's locked that in now and will go on for Carlos.
Yeah, it's for the final now for Australian Open, which would probably be Sunday. The women's championship tomorrow, they give them a day to stretch.
Okay.
But Djokovic and Alcaraz. Sinner was probably favored to advance. But I saw Sinner play Djokovic last year, and it was like, okay, this is cruel. He's 38. He
38,
doesn't look like he can compete, and here he is. Whatever he's been working on, it's worked. He looks really good.
There's all kinds of posts now about the GOAT.
Yeah, he's won a lot.
So here we go.
All right, ESPN 93.5. We recapped the Fighting Illini. If you missed it earlier in the program, we did. David Mirkovic.
David, seemed like Steinbach and the Washington defense was really physical tonight. What allowed you to be so successful against that physical defense?
I mean, as we said before, a lot of times we have a team that has a lot of great offensive players that all can shoot, and that allowed me to have spacing to attack, to get to my spots, to get a lot of open threes today, and just I'm thankful for my teammates for bringing me those passes and the spacing, and that's it.
Ben, you guys have put yourself in position to play big games for, the Big Ten race down the stretch. I know you got game by game, but what is the key to game by game bringing it so you remain in that race as you go forward?
Love this answer. Love it.
As we've continued, we've set a standard for the way that we're going to play. Defensively, just using our length and our physicality to, just be solid. Do what we do on that end. But then offensively, being able to share the ball, be efficient. That's the standard for what we do, rebound the basketball. And so as we continue to go into every night, we know the standard for how we're going to play, and that's the level that we want to play to every night. And so that's the goal, is that we would just play to the standard.
Love that. Play to the standard. This is how Illinois plays. No matter what, you play to the standard. And Ben Humberkaus had a terrific game. Keaton Wagler led the way again with 22 points, 8 assists, 5 rebounds, I think. And then David. I've heard 3 words. It's David, I think.
Okay.
Not David. David Mirkovic. And, yeah, he played fantastic. And these are 2 freshmen leading the way right now. Saw Kylan Boswell on the bench. And sure can't wait till he comes back. I think it helps. This is probably making our team stronger, even though we only played 7 guys last night because of matchups and circumstances, because they were big. We had to go big as well. But you get Kylan Boswell back in. Jake Davis is totally good to help us. So is Ben Hummerkaus. So that gives us 8 solid for sure that you can play with tremendous confidence that they're going to contribute what they're supposed to, and they're playing their roles well, is what Brad says.
Very good Washington team tonight, and a very, very challenging start to the game. It was a really solid job defensively in the first half. I thought we were pretty focused on that point. I thought Cam did a great job of having our guys on point and doing a nice job there. But at night, again, you've heard me say it a million times, when the ball doesn't really go in early. I think we were one of our first 9 maybe. Just keep throwing body blows and keep trying to get great shots. And I thought Merck was huge in the first half, creating some advantages. And then we could never really pull away. Ben was absolutely huge. I think we've got a couple of the greatest role players in college basketball in Jake and Ben. They just do their job. And Jake created tremendous advantages. He didn't have one of his, electric shooting nights, but guess what? Ben did. And Tommy didn't let a tough shooting night affect him on the offensive glass and rebounding. Made great pass to Dre for a layup, made a great pass to Ben. And then I thought that, looking at Keaton's stat line, obviously they tried to face guard and crawl at him early. Paid a lot of attention to him. That's great. He drew 10 fouls, and I obviously thought there was 3 or 4 or 5 more that could have been called that weren't. So Washington does a great job of not giving you threes and challenging them. They went home, and that eventually led to some easy opportunities for Dre and Keaton especially to get downhill. But great win, really happy with it. Coming off an emotional Purdue game, and found a way to beat a good basketball team who's playing very well and really is getting healthy for the first time in a long time.
Yep, but Illinois, with Ben Hummerkaus hitting some threes because he's been struggling from that. That's huge, Ben. Huge.
First of all the glory to God just for I'm finding freedom in the way that I shoot the basketball. And so, first of all, I give him all the glory for that. Some of it's just continuing to go at what I believe. I'm a good shooter. I've proven that over time. And so seeing him go through feels awesome, but just continuing to focus on the things that matter in basketball, the winning plays, rebounding, playing defense, being a great teammate, and then shooting follows.
He never makes a scouting report mistake. Very seldom. And you realize we had him guarding Diallo, their point guard. To be very honest, last year I'm not sure Ben could guard a dead man. And I mean, probably would give up 20 to Izzo's mom last year. This year he's guarding everybody. US is back on. And just doesn't make mistakes. So I'm Tom, don't get pissed and call me tonight when you see this, but I hear she's a hell of a player.
I think she's at all the games. I think that's the reference that Mrs. Izzo, she must be 90-something. She's there.
Ben's phenomenal. And like I said, he does everything that he's supposed to do. And talks, communicates, accepted his role. And then, I've said it for 2 years, he's a really, really good shooter.
Yep. Okay, off to Lincoln, Nebraska. That's next.
3 o'clock on Sunday.
Yep.
FS1.
Okay, let's go Illini and see what we can do. Hey, by the way, Monday morning, there'll be 2 people tied for the Big Ten title. Right now, there's 4.
Right.
9-1, 9-1, 9-1, 9-1. Michigan State, Michigan, Nebraska, and Illinois. Michigan goes to Michigan State tonight, and we go to Lincoln, Nebraska on Sunday.
Football season has kicked in, and you can bet like a pro with the world's largest sports book at your fingertips. Circus Sports Illinois. It's sports betting the way it should be, with high app limits, low holds, exceptional customer service, and no bet fees ever. Other books may charge you just to get on the field, but with Circus Sports, every play is yours to call. Start betting like a pro from anywhere, anytime in Illinois. Download your new bookie today at circusports.com. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Parlor Donuts and Stevie J Broadcasting want to send you to the next Fighting Illini home basketball game. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 and you could be on your way to State Farm Center. Stop by Parlor Donuts in the Old Farm Shops on Kirby and Madison Champaign before the game to try their layered donuts, cold brews, blended treats, and more. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 to win tickets with Parlor Donuts and Stevie J Broadcasting.
Hi, I'm Troy Lands from Lands Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Right now at Lands, it's a great time to buy a new Trane heating and cooling system. We are offering special financing or up to $1,500 off any qualifying Trane system. At Lands, we know what it takes to deliver exceptional comfort, and we offer a 100% satisfaction guarantee. So if you are thinking of a new comfort system, now is the time to buy. And remember, it's hard to stop a Trane. I'm Troy Lands. You can count on my company because you can count on me.
The great loud venues in college basketball.
Don't miss your chance to cheer on Fighting Illini basketball this season.
Back, this place an absolute powder.
It is. Talk about tough buildings, right?
We need all of Illini Nation to help us defend State Farm Center.
Boswell left hand and one.
Great seat locations are still available for you to see Illinois basketball live this season. Get your tickets today at fightingillini.com.
You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for Central Illinois. Champaign, Urbana, Saturday. Another cold start to the day, but a slow and gradual return to more seasonal temperatures expected. That by mid next week. In the meantime, another bitter cold start. Partly sunny skies. A couple of snow flurries around later this afternoon and evening time. Highs only to 15 on a northwest breeze. Bitter cold tonight, down to 4 below. A few snow flurries around early, and again after midnight. Light north wind. Tomorrow, partly sunny up to 14. Bitter cold early in the day, with again a couple of snow showers or flurries in the morning, and back in later in the afternoon. Down to about 2 below for tomorrow night. Weekend forecast, a bitter cold start to Saturday. Variably cloudy skies at 18, up to 21 on Sunday. Maybe a snow shower in spots early in the day. Another cold Monday, but not as bad as recent days, up to 25, with maybe a snow shower threat early in the day as well. Partly sunny, 27 for the day on Tuesday. A little light snow system may skirt the area Wednesday with a high to about 31, upper 20s and lower 30s next Thursday. And Friday, more seasonal across the area. For CVJ Broadcasting, I'm your host, Greg Solier.
Pia's Sports Bar and Grill. In February, check out the big game. Sunday, February 8th, Mardi Gras is approaching. Tuesday, February 17th. Valentine's Day is on a Saturday this year. Take your sweetheart to enjoy a Slugger Burger, plus all the terrific drink specials. Of course, for the remaining Illini games, take the fan shuttle, leaving Pia's at 1609 West Springfield Avenue a half hour before tip-off, and taking you back to celebrate the win 10 minutes after the buzzer. Enjoy your favorite sporting events at Pia's.
How many do they get on the bus? 40?
Maybe 50.
Wow. Okay. That's at Pia's. All right. The boys this afternoon, Evan Stone, Curtis Allen, commenting on, of course, the game last night. And looking ahead, Super Bowl 60 is a week from Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
All the hoopla, the pregame, commercials, which is a big deal. Apparently, Anheuser-Busch has another good one.
Okay.
They always tug at the heartstrings with pets.
Yes.
Dogs. And I wonder if Doritos has got another one, because they always generally have a poignant, funny, humorous Doritos commercial.
Angel's mentioning the Eagle commercial and with Super Bowl Budweiser.
Eagle.
An Eagle.
So maybe a little
should be
patriotic
good.
one
Yeah,
going on.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, no, looking forward. It is such a spectacle. You get 100 million plus to watch anything. That just doesn't happen very often. It used to be in 1969, 69 million people watched Miss America. I mean, what did Johnny Carson get every night? 20 million? 25?
Yeah.
I mean, now they're getting 2?
Yeah, we were talking about
how everything is so splintered. It's
right. And
hard
the
to get.
Dallas finale and Alan Alda.
That was huge. Yeah, MASH.
With MASH.
Yeah, MASH had a huge.
His birthday was 9. He turned 90
Wow.
this week. So, yeah, MASH and Dallas were one of the top.
They might have been 90 million. Just it doesn't happen. It's just we have too many choices, too busy, and we can watch it on our phone.
That's right.
I don't know how they track ratings when you're on your phone. It must be a way if you do the Nielsen's, if they're still called the television's Nielsen's.
Right.
I suppose you ask what mode did you watch, and get them to respond. Otherwise, it's kind of hard.
I suppose.
Okay, we will be back, God willing, on Monday.
That's right. Enjoy the weekend.
Yep, enjoy February. We'll talk to you in the next month. Sunday is February 1st. Looking forward to talking to you on February the 2nd. Thank you for listening to ESPN 93.5. That's Diane Ducey. I am Stevie J. Have a blessed weekend.
Want unbeatable prices on your next furniture purchase, but also seeking that local hometown feel? Look no further than Kelsey Furniture in Tuscola. Customers rave about their friendly, established staff, as well as their great selection, amazing prices, and second-to-none delivery service. They're a third-generation local business, and they've always got your best interests at heart. Find the look you love for less. Open 9 to 5 Monday through Saturday, but always available online at kelseyfurniture.com. That's kelseyfurniture.com.
Parlor Donuts and Stevie J Broadcasting want to send you to the next Fighting Illini home basketball game. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 and you could be on your way to State Farm Center. Stop by Parlor Donuts in the Old Farm Shops on Kirby and Madison Champaign before the game to try their layered donuts, cold brews, blended treats, and more. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 to win tickets with Parlor Donuts and Stevie J Broadcasting.
Jay Lehman here, former U of I All-American linebacker. Do you like steak? Do you like red meat? Well, if you do, you got to check out Long Branch Steakhouse. They had phenomenal steaks, sides, salads. I love the onion rings and the fried mushrooms as well as the fried pickles. You've got to check out Long Branch Steakhouse in beautiful downtown Gifford. That's right, make the trip to Gifford for some of the best steaks you'll have. Kids love it too. I brought my whole family. I'll see you at Long Branch Steakhouse in downtown Gifford.
Got a plumbing, heating, cooling, electrical, or sewer problem? Look no further than Fred's Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electric. Locally owned and trusted, Fred's team of professionals is ready to tackle projects both big and small. Why waste time and money on complicated DIY fixes? Fred's experienced team will get the job done right, saving you time, stress, and cash. And when it comes to sewer problems, make sure you call Fred's for a second opinion you can trust. At Fred's, they do it all. No project too big, no project too small. They do insulation, repairs, replacement, and maintenance, and they now offer service agreements. For reliable service, professional expertise, and solutions that work, call Fred's Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electric today, 217-586-3863, or go to fredscu.com. You can always trust Fred's.
328-2424. Tatman's Towing. 24 hours every day. Tatman's Towing. 328-2424. Tatman's Towing. 328-2424. Tatman's Towing. 24 hours every day. 328-2424. We have pull and we're hooked on you. Tatman's Towing.
No, that's awesome, Tim. It sounds really good. Gale for X Trucking. If you have some trucking experience and you want to join a team that treats you like family, you got them right here.
Yeah, we've got a spot left, and I've taken a page from Brad Underwood's book there, too. The last couple of days, I've been communicating with a guy in the Philippines that's an American on active duty in the military, and he's got trucking experience.
Wow.
He's looking for a job when he comes home. So I'm opening that up. We love our veterans, and we've got a lot of veteran drivers, and we're looking to bring him on February 5th when he gets home.
Well, usually you send staff to go recruit him. I'll go to Manila. I'll go talk to him. Just got to pay my flight. Yeah, I'll be back in a month.
Stevie, I can't send you away that long. And actually, this guy from the Philippines found us through his dad in Hillsdale, Indiana, that heard us talking on the show. Dedicated Diesels at 1313 Triumph Drive in Urbana. They can get us on the phone at 217-328-0562.
Hi, this is Steve from Good Vibes. Everybody knows the best time to buy a big TV is just before the big game. Sony, LG, and Samsung are all on sale, but if you need more reasons, 1. The NFL playoffs up to the big game will be fast and furious. New sets handle motion better than ever. 2. Have you seen the Illini play basketball? Coach Underwood's squad is playing some of the best round ball since the Flying Illini, leading us to number 3. In March, you'll have the NCAA tournament. Illinois could go deep. Can you read the names on their jerseys? Even Stojakovic? Number 4, also in March, opening day for MLB. The brighter mini-LED TVs are perfect for those daytime games. 5, PGA tournaments are already underway. Does your TV display perfect green? Oh, and number 6, the Winter Olympics. Figure skating looks fantastic on an OLED TV. Fine print, the deals are good through February 8th, so get to Good Vibes or gvibes.com and click Big Deals and see all the action like you're in the stadium.
You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.
Get the best deal at NordVPN.com.
You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.